First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Archawadash, and double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations to the elect. This is the brother lawyer from Great Millstone, Miami. I just wanted to go into this real quick, or as quick as the spirit will allow me. Just going into the fact that a vengeance, recompense, payback. All right. Hey, that's part of the gospel, man. Okay, that's part of the doctrine. All right, and it's not something that we should feel ashamed about or shy away from. Okay, because at the end of the day, we're dealing with a just power. All right, a just God. Okay, this is the same God. All right, who brought the flood upon the world for the wickedness of the sons of God and of the sons of men and of the sons of the wicked, and only spared Noah. Okay, this is the same power that brought fire and brimstone upon Sodom and Gomorrah and the neighboring cities for their wickedness. That those events were examples of the Lord's vengeance. Okay, this is the same power that brought 10 plagues upon Pharaoh and the Egyptians. All right, in the time of Exodus, man, Moses in the Exodus. Okay, and then after delivering Israel from Egypt, all right, he slew Pharaoh and his army in the Red Sea. That was an example of vengeance. Okay, all right. And so, yes, the Most High deals with recompense and vengeance. Now, granted, of course, we're not saying that we're going to take matters into our own hands or anything like that and go out and start attacking it, attacking these heathens. Nah. All right. The scriptures tell you, wait ye upon me until the day that I rise up unto the prey, man. Okay. But nonetheless, part of the doctrine, part of the gospel of Yahweh Shem Shai is the fact that the Lord is coming back with vengeance. Okay. And that he is going to allow his people, all right, when the time comes when we're in power, all right, to get our so-called lick back upon our enemies, man. All right, the same things that they did to us, we gonna do to them, but in righteousness, man. Okay. All right. So with that being said, I want to start here with Second Thessalonians chapter 1 verse 6. It says, "Seeing it is a righteous thing with the Most High, with God, okay, with Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you," right? So it says that it is a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you. Now, what does the word recompense mean? Okay, all right. It says to make amends to someone for loss or harm suffered, compensate. All right, to reimburse. All right, to repay. Okay, all right, to make reparation to. Okay, so the people who caused us to suffer, man. All right, chiefly you Edomites, man. Okay, all right. You put our people in slavery. You put us in chains. You oppressed us. Okay, till this day. You could talk about how long ago it was, and that's behind us, and about whatever it is that because Esau always has a narrative that he'll spin out there, okay, to try to cover his ass, man. Okay, but at the end of the day, the Lord, this is the righteous judgment of Yahweh Bashem Shai. The Lord is going to bring recompense, and the Lord does not care about what you feel. Okay, the Lord does not care about man's reasoning. Okay, how men try to think through things or try to think themselves out of judgment, or how men judge. The Lord does not care about that, man. Okay, all right. The Lord deals how He wants to deal, the way He wants to deal, man. All right. So you could talk about how long ago it was. It doesn't matter, man. Okay, because at the end of the day, when you go into the scriptures, guess what? The Lord told King Saul to go and slay the Amalekites, man. All right, for what they did hundreds of years prior, man. Okay, all right. The Lord judged the Egyptians for how they treated the Israelites, man. Okay, that was going on for hundreds of years, man. And all you heathens gonna get it, man. All right, but just going into the word recompense in the Greek. All right, Strong's G 467.
Strong's G 467. Antipodidomi. Antipodidomi.
And it says, in a good sense, to repay, to requite; in a bad sense, penalty and vengeance, man. Okay, to requite, to pay back good or evil, man. All right, so the people who caused us to suffer, hey, guess what? The Lord's going to bring tribulation and suffering upon them. All right, that's in the Bible. That is the righteous judgment of Yahweh Shem Shai. All right, and we should desire it too. Okay, all right, because this world will try to make you feel ashamed for desiring this, man. Okay, whereas Esau, he can desire vengeance upon his enemies and payback and whatever. Okay, however he words it. All right, but as soon as we stand up and say that, hey, man, we want our God and we desire for our God to take vengeance for us upon our enemies, okay, and to allow us to execute vengeance and righteousness when the time comes in the kingdom of heaven, okay. As soon as we stand up and say that, we're the worst thing going, but here it is, this demon is ruling the world with anger and vengeance all over the place, man. Bloodshed, okay, usury, rape, robbery, and murder, okay, worldwide, without any pushback, nothing, man. Okay, but it's all right because the Lord is gonna give him his issue. At the end of the day, the Lord is gonna give Esau, Edom, and the rest of these heathens the issue that they looking for, man. All right, you come looking for problems, you're gonna find it with Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man. All right, verse 7, it says, and to you who are troubled, rest with us when the Lord Yahweh Shai shall be revealed from heaven with his mighty angels. So Yahweh Shai is coming back with his mighty angels, all right, in the chariots, which the world ignorantly calls UFOs. That's what he's coming back in, okay? All right, it says, in flaming fire, taking vengeance on them that know not God and that obey not the gospel of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. So, yeah, when the Lord comes back with his heavenly hosts, his army, he's going to rain fire and brimstone upon the kingdom of the Edomites, man. Okay, all right, upon the beast, the NATO and the EU, Babylon the Great. All right, he's going to come in flaming fire, taking vengeance. That's what he's going to come to do. All right, for all those who know not the Most High. Okay, you don't believe in Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. You don't believe in the correct doctrine of the Scriptures. All right, are you heathens worship different idols? You're gonna get judged for that, and that's just what it is. Okay, all right. It says, "Who shall be punished with everlasting destruction from the presence of the Lord and from the glory of His power, when He shall be." When he shall come to be glorified in his saints and to be admired in all them that believe, because our testimony among you was believed in that day. Okay, so when this day of the Lord comes with vengeance, with fire, man. Okay, the Lord will come with fire and with his chariots like a whirlwind to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire. Okay, hey, guess what? The elect are gonna be happy about it, man. All right, so we supposed to be looking forward to that day, man. All right, Esau want to demonize and do this and that. So what, man? What these people think, man? All right, hey, it's Isaiah 61, man. All right, because guess what? Vengeance is part of the gospel, man. Okay, this Isaiah 61 and 1, it says, the Spirit of the Lord God is upon me, because the Lord hath anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek. So this is dealing with the gospel. Okay, he hath sent me to bind up the brokenhearted and to proclaim liberty to the captives, man. Who are the captives all throughout the Bible? The Israelites, man. The brokenhearted, the people who are constantly being trodden down, okay, as a result of their sins before the Lord, man. It's always the Israelites, man. And the opening of the prison to them that are bound, to proclaim the acceptable year of the Lord. Okay, so this is what accompanies the acceptable year of the Lord, and the day of vengeance of our God, man. So that is acceptable, man. Okay, our God taking vengeance is part of His acceptable year, to comfort all that mourn. Okay, to appoint unto them that mourn in Zion, to give them beauty for ashes, the oil of joy for mourning, the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness, that they might be called the trees of righteousness, the planting of the Lord, that He might be glorified, man. Okay, so guess what? All right, vengeance, and the Lord taking vengeance on our behalf. Okay, and even setting us up to to execute vengeance when the time comes, man. All right, because guess what? The scriptures do say, let the saints be joyful in glory, let them sing aloud upon their beds. Let the high praise of the Most High be in their mouths, and a two-edged sword in their hand, to execute vengeance upon the heathens and punishments upon the people, to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron. That's in the book of Psalm, man. Okay? A lot of these church Christians and church people like to go to the book of Psalms. Well, guess what? The Psalms has harsh judgments against the heathens, man. You can read Psalm 2. You can read Psalm 149. Okay? You can read Psalm, I believe it's 137. Okay? Many of the different Psalms, man, go into how the Lord is going to allow the Israelites to take down you heathens, man, and to execute judgment upon you for what you've done to them, man. Many scriptures going in the book of Psalms go into how the Lord is going to come through, okay, and judge the heathen on behalf of the Israelites, man. Okay, and mind you, it's the book of Psalms, so these Psalms were sung, they were danced to, okay, they were poems that Jake recited and knew, by heart, just growing up. The same way you have a favorite hit song, a hit single, from these famous artists, Jay-Z You know what I'm saying? Lil Wayne and stuff like that. Well, guess what? All right, our hit singles, our platinum gold records and stuff like that back then, a lot of them was the Book of Psalms, man. Okay, and we would know them by heart, and we would sing them on our high holy days, the Sabbath days, the days of atonement. Okay, the Day of Atonement, the feast days and stuff like that, or the Passovers. Okay, we would sing them and dance to them and rhyme to them and rap to them and pull out music to them. Timbrel and harp and trumpet and drums and all that, man. Okay, all right. So that right there should let you know the mindset of the God of the Bible, man, and of the people, all right, that the Bible is written to, man. How it was in the ancient world, man. So again, it's nothing to be, to be ashamed about. It's nothing to draw back from. The Lord is going to bring vengeance, man, and it's a righteous thing, man. Okay, all right. That's part of the good news. That's part of the gospel, man. All right. This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 9. It says, if any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. All right, so Esau let the Israelites into captivity. Guess what? They going into captivity underneath the Israelites, man. Okay. All right. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints, man. All right. So that is part of the faith. That is part of having patience and faith towards Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man. All right. If you consider yourself a saint, which the only people who could be saints are the Israelites, and truly in these times the elect, man. Okay. And so, hey, they're patiently waiting for Yahweh Bashem Yahushai to bring the time, man, upon the earth that hey, Jacob will be the beginning of it that followeth, and will be uh, allowed the sovereignty and the liberty to put their enemies who put them in captivity, man, and to execute judgment with the sword upon their enemies who executed judgment upon them with the sword, man. Okay, that's why Isaiah 14 says what it says, man. The Lord will have mercy upon Jacob, and he will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land. All right, and strangers shall be joined unto them, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, man. And they shall rule over their oppressors, man. That is what it is, man. All right, Jeremiah 30th chapter, I believe that's Jeremiah 30. Okay, all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and every one of them shall go into captivity. All right, and all that spoil thee will I give for a spoil, and all that preyed upon thee will I give for a prey. Okay, all right. So it is what it is, man. All right, Obadiah chapter 1, verse 15, it says, for the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. Okay, all right. So all the heathen have had us in captivity. Scriptures talk about which nation hath not gotten of her spoils. I believe that's in the book of Baruch, man. Okay, so they put us into captivity. Scriptures talk about how we was going to be led away captive into all nations. All right, so they going into captivity underneath the Israelites. Okay, all right. This is Obadiah 1 and 16. It says, for as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yea, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been. So they going to end up having to drink the Lord's cup of the Lord's judgment. Okay, and they going to drink it and swallow it down. So they're going to be forced to deal with it at the end of the day. Okay, the Lord's going to force them to chug it down, man. To chug down their judgment, man. Okay, all right, and this proud estate that they're in, walking upon the earth with rebellion and pride and all type of witchcraft and idolatry and foolishness, man. Okay, and still be able to enjoy liberty upon the earth. That's gonna be a thing of the past, man. Until after you serve your 1,000 years of slavery, and after that 1,000 years, you Edomites are going to be no more, man. Okay, verse 17, it says, but upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions. Okay, so at the end of the day, the Israelites are going to be delivered. Okay, all right, and they're going to be the ones that are going to be set apart and holy, man, sanctified unto the Lord. And you read that throughout all the scriptures, man. All right, all the ancient prophets spoke about these things, man. So even if you go to the New Testament and it talks about being sanctified and made holy through Yahweh Shai Hamashiach, the blood of the Lamb, that's talking about the Israelites, man. Okay, 1+1 = 2, man. All right, I'm the Lord, I change not. Therefore, ye sons of Jacob are not consumed, man. Okay, all right, and the house of Jacob will possess the possessions of the heathen. All right, their wealth is going to become ours, man. Okay, all of their spoils, all of their riches and resources is going to become ours, man. Okay, that's why the scriptures talk about in Isaiah 60, 60. I want to say it's 62. Okay, you got Isaiah 62. You got Isaiah um, 61 as well. Okay, Isaiah 60 goes into that stuff, man. The last book of Revelation goes into how the kings of the earth do bring their glory and honor into New Jerusalem, man. Okay, bringing all their substance, man. So it's gonna become all our shit, man. Okay, verse 18 it says, "And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord hath spoken it," man. Okay, all right. So at the end of the day, you Edomites shall are when it's all said and done. Okay, after 1,000 years of slavery underneath the Israelites, you're gonna be completely eradicated. All right, that's part of the vengeance of the Lord. Yes, that is part of the gospel, man. And again, you don't have to believe it. We're not asking you to believe this. We're not trying to force it down anybody's throat. We just go out there and we preach as the scriptures tell us to go prophesy unto the nations. That's what the Lord told us to do. Okay? Whether or not you receive it or not, it don't matter. Okay? And it's funny because at the end, it's crazy because we get all this resistance from Esau, from 2/3 of our people, from these heathens. Well, if it's a fairy tale and you feel like it doesn't apply to you, then just walk on by. Like you always do. Just ignore it. All right? The Edomites was done away with. Okay, then these prophecies have nothing to do with you. Don't worry about it. Okay? But deep down, they know that this is talking about them, man. Okay? The guilt eats them alive. Their conscience convicts them, man. Okay? So they have to come up against the prophets. They have to demonize the message. Okay? They have to do these things, man, to help, you know, put piece together what's left of their conscience, man. All right, to help quell all the voices in their head telling them that the Lord is upset and displeased with them and that He is coming with vengeance, man. Okay, out of sight, out of mind. All right, let's see if we can oppress the poor righteous man and afflict him and bring all type of torture and torment upon him and kill him. All right, so that we don't have to hear this anymore, so it could be out of our minds. But at the end of the day, no matter what they do, no matter what they say, no matter what devices they throw, the Lord shall disappoint the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. He taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the forward is carried headlong, man. Okay? All right? Therefore, the poor hath hope, and iniquity stoppeth her mouth, man. So you're going to have to face these judgments. They are written. All right? Don't you see what's going on in the globe, man? These prophecies got to fit somebody, man. All right? The prophecies of salvation and the prophecies of judgment have to fit somebody, man. You see the famines taking place. You see the central bank digital currency, and they talking about microchipping people openly. All right, depopulating the earth openly. Okay, you see the pestilences. You see the rumors of wars, the earthquakes, the wars. All right, the cyclones, the flooding, all these things happening. The uproars of the people. You see it. It's on the news, man. Okay, so at the end of the day, these prophecies that we reading about are gonna happen regardless of what people think and say, man. Okay, and so that should embolden us to continue to preach what it is that we're preaching, man, because the Lord is making our boldness manifest, man. Okay? This is Ezekiel chapter 25, verse 12. It says, "Thus saith the Lord God, because that Edom hath dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance, and hath greatly offended and revenged himself upon them." So Esau done taking vengeance upon Jacob. Okay? "Therefore, thus saith the Lord God, I will also stretch out mine hand upon Edom, and will cut off man and beast from it, and I will make it desolate from Teman, and they of Dedan shall fall by the sword. And I will lay vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel." Okay? Was again that's this topic needs to come out more for you bobble-headed, stupid, air airheaded, okay, peanut for brain Christians, man. My people Israel. My people Israel. My people Israel. "And they shall do in Edom according to mine anger and according to my fury, and they shall know my vengeance, saith the Lord," man. So there you go, man. The Lord is going to bring this vengeance upon Edom and upon all the heathen, man. Okay? The Lord's about to get busy, man. Okay? So with that, hey, Lord willing, this video is edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rachakwidash, and double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations to the elect Kwame Asharala and Abba Babal. Shalom.